in Game of Thrones. Enjoy your pretty kitties. All right, chat, let's go. It is time to date cats. I'm probably going to need to start drinking soon. Graphics quality, perfect. Thank you, Burning Vulpine, for the 50 biddies. I was not aware it was frozen. Explains why it hasn't been eaten yet. Yes. Like, I mean, moose occasionally lick the wall, but even with thousands of moose, it would take a long time to lick through a wall that's like 400 meters deep, thick, whatever. Thick and Jomo. Let's go. I love it already, chat. Sorry, that was very loud. The Bay team. All right. Welcome to Purrfect Date. So we've played various visual novels before. We've played Hatoful Boyfriend, where you date birds. We've played Dream Daddy, where you date dads. And we've played The Letter, where you date a zombie that tries to kill you constantly. And now we are going to play Purrfect Date, a game where you date cats or something. Was this on Steam Greenlit? Yes. We reviewed this recently on Steam Greenlit. And if you remember, we added it to our wish list because, you know, it had to be done. Ty is now a VN streamer. I really kind of am. Like, I never used to play VNs very much because they're, you know. But now a lot of really, really good VNs have come out and are coming out. So maybe it's a main part of my stream. Oh shit, Jerp, what did you stream earlier? Sounds like a dead relationship to me. I see what you did there. Hopefully as a cat. I think you're a cat, but maybe not. Maybe you're a person. I don't know. In Hatoful Boyfriend, you were a person dating birds. It was weird. Dead cells? Oh, nice. The age of visual novels are upon us. Ty just needs to play a VN VR game. That would be fucked up. A virtual reality visual novel. At least you are dating. All right. So let's take a look. See real quick. Oh. Text speed. That all looks fine. Meow. Endings found. How to play. You can progress the story by hitting either space or enter. Alternatively, you could progress the story by left-clicking here. If you're feeling a little spicy, you could even progress the story by left-clicking this icon. Rest to restore your health. Running out of hearts may have consequences. Finishing 3 research events will result in the completion of your contract, ending your current chapter. So make sure you've done everything you want to finish before research. Okay. Keep an eye out for anything odd. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it may lead to some fun extras. Imagine The Letter in VR. Well, the problem is VR is very exhausting. So to do a lot of reading and stuff. But the scary parts in The Letter would look amazing in VR. Let's play. Okay, so we do play as a person. I guess the default guy is the closest to... Chat, is this... I don't know, which way do I have to... Like, I can't... How do you even do that expression? Like he's kind of... He's high, but also... It's like... I can't... I'm trying to match that expression. Or this expression. No, we're gonna have to play as this guy. My name is Ty. The dude with the huge flat top? Hell yeah. Random name? Luke, Tim, Iris, Poppy, Simon, Luke, Stuart, Mark, Sally, Vaughn, Simon, Luke, Mark, Iris, Ruby. Luke, Iris, Yvonne, Luke, Iris, Chungers. That's even funnier to say out loud. Chungers. Oh my god, I almost have to play as Chungers. Fuck. Chungers. Fuck, my face hurts now. That's the joke name they snuck in, right? Because there's all of these are pretty normal. Yeah, that's totally the fake joke name they put it. Chungers. Oh, there it was again. Okay, we're gonna... My name is Ty. Be careful, Ty. If you keep laughing, your face will get stuck like that. Apparently. Make your name Tyungers? No, I'm good. Set it to Smunch? No, I'm gonna just use my own name. If that's okay, chat. Autosave. Supports autosave, blah, blah, blah. I am an angel and I accept. I am a devil and I reject. Chapter 1. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Island approach, make yourself ready, says Joe. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans. And didn't really think I had a chance at being accepted to the part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. We're gonna do this so you guys can see a little more of what's on the screen. I'm aware my head is gonna block some of the text, but just listen to me narrate it and it'll be fine. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. I wonder if we're gonna meet Chungers. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if it's been a mistake? What if they accepted somebody else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage around in my bag until I find the papers. DPRI DP Corporation. Dear Ty, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper, PhD, BSc, Hans, DPG. No mistake. That's my name right there in the top left corner, Ty. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind the whole operation. Professor Popper, science genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. Oh, I left that on the screen. I'm sorry, chat. Oh, no, there's no racism. Oh, the content warning. Oh, no. Chat, that content warning was for another game. This game does not feature abuse and racism and oh. Can we have a do-over? Oh, worst streamer ever. The devs are probably gonna see this and be like, what the f— Chat, that warning is for the other VN we commonly play called The Letter, which is filled with all sorts of heavy adult themes. This game, however, you date cats, and I'm pretty sure none of those things are present. Toxic tie strikes again. Restart with Chungers. No, we're not. Restarting is Chungers. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Oh my god, that's me. Nicely done, Skipper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely, "Take all of your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need." Thanks, Bob. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and his son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind.
Exotic butter.
Chungers, thanks for that Thanks for the $5, Chungers.
It is me, your best friend, Chungers. I too eat only baked beans and adore cats so much I want to date them. Let us adventure and love together.
Hang on, I have to replay that. Just wait, chat. How did he say the name Chungers? Just wait.
It is me, your best friend, Chungers. I too eat only baked beans and adore cats so much I want to date them. Let us adventure and love together.
He like swallowed his tongue when he said that. He's like, it is your friend. Alright, well, Chungers is apparently a cursed word. I think, like, because English, all the text-to-speech things can pronounce stuff in other languages, I have a feeling it looked at the name, the word, and tried to pronounce it in a different language, and because you could, I don't know. That's my guess. But either way, Chungers is cursed. Joe? Sir, caught you a mouse. And then he laughs loudly as though he's seen the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention toward me. Let's be having you then. Zane Jones? He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance that I almost fall over the side. What a great start. ID card. Oh, I see, of course. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. Dinosaur Ducky, thank you for the $5.
Scrub Bandito.
Thank you, Dinosaur Duckies, for the $5. Clearly, English Brian has a different pronunciation than the rest of us when it comes to Chungers. Chung. Oh, man. Oh, that's me. Cat Island Security, name Ty, date issued, okay. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. Everybody in the game so far is so just mean. This way. I follow him down a dirt track path and get to my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes of trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, and she just stares back at me. Everybody is an alien. Nobody is being nice to us. Nobody's even nodding or smiling or anything. Huh. Mrs. Marigold. I try not to get paranoid. Yeah, by now I'd be like, there's something wrong here. Here. He stops at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known at first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out, "Come!" Oh my god, do we use the Deckard voice for this guy? I walk in and there he is, hunched over some documents, the great Professor Popper. "Sir, it's an honor to meet you." "Yes, yes, you must be Ty. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey?" "Well, long." "Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here." "That's a lot of things. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps whiskey." "I'm fine, thank you. Just some water if you have them. I would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own, or I'd love a cup of tea." Are you kidding me? You get offered water, tea, and whiskey, and you're not choosing whiskey? I'll take a double. I'll take a double. In fact, make it a quintuple. Make it like, because you generally measure whiskey in fingers. Make it like 2 stacks of fingers. After all the rude back talk I've received from everyone on my journey here, yes, it would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. Well, if you're having one, it'd be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. Jolly good. I can tell you and I are going to get along famously. See, we made him happy, chat. Alcohol brings people together, especially when they're in a dystopian, on an island somewhere and there's no connection with the real world. He takes a swig from the bottle and passes it to me. I try not to show my self-consciousness and surreptitiously. This is another word I haven't said in years. Surreptitiously. We've got a new statistician. Surreptitiously. Something like, it's close. Surreptitiously. 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 Chat, you can't go SUR-TEP-TICIOUSHLH_ you can't, that's not how pronunciation works. You need to Hooligans, thank you for the $3.
Chungers, 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 Chungers. Chungers, 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 Chungers.
Thank you, Cooligans, for the $3. Surreptitiously. Okay, surreptitiously. But again, chat, regardless of the word, the important part to take away from here is when you're trying to explain the pronunciation of something, you don't take the first few syllables, space them out, and then add a big tidal wave of fucking... You don't add a tidal wave of other words and expect me to just string it all together just fine. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat here. There was some good moments. 10 fingers of whiskey is what we call a serious problem. I mean... Chungers. Chungers. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. Bro, someone from the old chat I'm a part of sent me Deadpool socks. Oh my god. You have Deadpool socks? That's cool. What was the other one Ty couldn't pronounce? There's been a bunch. There's been chat. Come on, these are not words you use in normal day-to-day speaking. And wipe the neck with my sleeve before taking a modest sip. It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works. So, for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. Oh, I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Ah, Miss Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful people, the Marigolds. You'll meet them, but not blah, blah, blah. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Ty, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. This is the beginnings of a strange cult. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. We will be going on plenty of field trips, so it will be very useful. As will your water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. Ah, these are the heavy-duty reinforced gloves which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know now, do we? I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on field trips. This lot here. He indicates to a small pile which looks like laundry. Did I say goggles? Was it? Something like that. Sensei Calvo, thank you for the 4-month resub. Woo! Thank you very much. Welcome back. I have been in and out of the stream tonight. Why is this place a mess, or does it not matter? It probably matters. It's supposed to be a research lab. Is basic uniform, lab coats, masks, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, and without a doubt, most importantly, like an 80s sci-fi fucking phone receiver hologram. What? This? A Pokedex, I guess. He holds up something that looks like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. It's your Catodex. This is your catalog. Not bad. Catalog? Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, and log their details. But as you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact deals for you to listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cat's neck so that we can keep track of them. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Ty, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? He is looking me directly in the eyes and clearly expects a response. Yes, sir, of course, I will look after it. Good. You'll need to know all of the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to that you can try it out on. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. God bless the cat puns. I feel like there's going to be a lot of them. We head down to the beach and the professor explains things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungles, beaches, woodland, all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there's a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. Sorry. Well, that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. You mean literally anything? Grim Death, thanks for that 2-month resub. Woo! Appreciate that. It's okay, Ty. In this game, it's the game's purview to make. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yes, it's a force field. Straight up force field. Absolutely, no birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Forgive my lack of intelligence on this subject, but we're here. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Ah, I see what you mean. Well, there is of course one small break in the invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all of this right now. What you do need to know, basically, the island is shaped like a peanut. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. Well, this is our end of the island. It is very well known to us. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered the progress in that region. Just Monica. What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be, but you could. But what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, including nausea at the very least. Inducing nausea. What? And at the worst? Immediate death. Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but it's not. But let's not go into that now, my dear. You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason. I must ask that you not put yourself at risk by venturing beyond the mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center with an X through the end section. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. He has led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out your catalog now, Ty? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who is sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. It's Wilford Brimley. You know, as long as none of the cats die, I've decided I don't care what happens to anybody else. There you go. Who cares about the humans? But the cats, chat. The cat lets out a displeased mewl, but doesn't struggle. Its large body billowing with long orange fur just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Diabetes! Yes, I was... Do you think that cat has the diabetes? What would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? I love big, grumpy cats so much. Like, that's the way Skeletor was for a really, really, really long time. For like as a kitten, she was like a crazy, you know, every cat when you first get them is crazy kitten that just, you know, just wreaking havoc and everything. Then she got really grumpy in like her middle years. She's just like hated everyone except me and just whatever. And now she's like the most affectionate thing ever. Probably because she almost died like a month ago. So now she probably realizes that like life is fragile. So now she's just like the most affectionate, like it's funny how that works. I just realized your chair says sellout. No, is it straight? Like, no, come on, learn to read, Alley Cat. It's a special Swedish company that it's pronounced Salur. Salur. And you put the at the end. It's like French, Swedish, Swiss. It's a French, Swedish, Swiss chair company. And it's pronounced Salur. So don't get it wrong. It's fine. Not a lot of phlegm in here, no. Don't worry, chat. I would sell out. Come on, me of all things? No. No. Where were we? I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop 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 sound with a red pulsating light. I select the app labeled Cat Scan. And it loads instantly. There is no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with outstretched arms. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implemented into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. I blow to make a parting and press the cat-a-log to his skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. Well, that should do it. And he plops the marmalade Tom back. Wait. And he plops the marmalade Tom back into the shade. Oh, like a Tom cat. I gotcha. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned. Meow. Floofy butt. Who the fuck is naming their cats Floofy butt? Floofy. Aw, that's adorable. Floofy butt. Name Floofy butt. Gender male. Age 10 years 4 months. Breed red tabby. Persian eye color red. Wait, what? Eye color red? That's hardcore. My cat's name is Stinky. I mean, my cat's name is Skeletor, so I'm really not that better off. My large, fluffy female cat is named Skeletor. I don't know if you could have a more inappropriate name. Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. But it looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Ty. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These 5 spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Yes, oh yes you are. It's the perfect name for a cat. Well, thanks. I'm pleased I named her that. You adopted your 3rd kitty today? Well, awesome. Congratulations. I have a cat named Thor Longtail. Nice. The only cat I've technically owned was in Monster Hunter, and his name was Miguel. He was awesome in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. My cat is Harley, and my roommate's cat is Camille. The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get along great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly, with beautiful calico markings. It comes toward me, already purring. Aw, Trixie. Meow. Trixie, female, 3 years, 8 months. Calico American short hair, eye color green. Does it only have one eye? Huh. Or is it winking? Is it winking seductively? Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay me much attention, allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Hairless cat. Okay, so chat, hairless cats are one of those things that a lot of people find them gross or ugly or whatever. I find hairless cats to be adorable. And one of the reasons I find them to be adorable is that, yes, they look like raw chicken, but they're still cats, and they don't realize how they don't realize how fundamentally ugly they are, so it makes them way cuter. Like, you look at them and they're stretched, droopy, weird skin, and they're all like whatever, but like, there's something about the fact that they're undignified. No. There's something about the fact that, like, they're cats and they don't realize how conventionally ugly they are by human standards. They're just cats, and they act exactly like every other cat, and I think they're adorable because of it. But it's certainly an acquired taste. Taste? Don't taste cats, chat. That's weird. The professor looks like Will Ferrell's Harry Carey from SNL. They look like grown naked mole rats. Yeah. Meow. Snooty Booty. Snooty Booty, gender female, 11 years, 1 month, Sphinx. Good old Sphinx cats. The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one. McMurphy. Meow, 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 meow. McMurphy, male, 6 years, brown, crossbreed, eye color green. And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been skulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Okay, Kibbles is my favorite. Look at just, yes. Hiss. Kibbles, 3 years, white British, long hair, eye color green. That is one human cat. All done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. The professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I'm suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples. Really? Goose pimples? Goosebumps? Bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats and the island and the professor. The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. That glitchiness worries me because of the game we played recently. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear rustling, then a strange electronic noise, one that in my sleepy confusion, I can't place right away. Is it music? The catalog! Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me, and my fears are confirmed when I catch sight of a pulsing red light getting fainter in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my pajamas, running at full speed into the forest, into the dark of night. Why would you do that? I must be crazy. Oh, you think your catalog is, like, lost? The words of Professor Popper are ringing in my ears. I need you to protect it above all else. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heartbeat heavy through my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath billowing in front of me in white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realize I've blundered perilously close to the danger zone. We're having a cat nightmare. I could just make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees. This is a bit spooky. Oh, I open my eyes. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalog at my feet. I pass out. They speak? I guess if you're gonna date them. I guess if you're gonna date them, they must need to speak. Oh, hey, Oliver. Hello. Hey, I'm one of the developers. I know I follow you on Twitter. I think I'd follow you on Twitter. Either way, you emailed me. Hello, Oliver. You have a few keys of the game to give away? Okay. Do you want to do it as like, do you want my bot to handle it? But hello, Oliver. Your game is very fun so far. It's a bit spooky, but I like it. Also, Chungers is my favorite thing ever. How did Chungers come along? How do I give them to the bot? So what I'll do is I'll set up a raffle right now. The bot will pick a name, and then you can send the code directly to them, to that name if you want, or you can give me the codes and I can send them right now as well. So you can either send them to me on like Twitter right now and I can hand them out immediately, or you can send them directly to each person as the bot picks them out. Whichever works the best for you. But yeah, we can do that right now. This seems like a good spot. It's a new day. Let me set up a little raffle here. It's a little raffle daffle. There's a guy at work named Chung, and we all call him Chungers. You'll Twitter DM? Perfect. Okay, I'll do the giveaway. How many codes are you giving? All right, chat. We're gonna do a giveaway for Purrfect Date. It's at 2 R's. It's 2 R's, right? P-U-R-R. Exclamation mark. All right, chat. Let's do a giveaway. So, if you would like to join the giveaway for copies of Purrfect Date, type exclamation mark Chungers in the chat. So chat's gonna get a bit spammy right now, but I'll check my Twitter PMs. And I'll send you guys your codes right now as we give them out. Yeah, cool. Just catching up on chat a little bit. So once again, if you want a copy of this for either yourself or you can give it to a friend or whatever the case is, type exclamation mark Chungers. It might be Chungers, but it just seems funnier to say Chungers. So that's how I'm gonna say it. Oh, there we are. Excellent. All right, it looks like we have 5 codes to give away. So let's do maybe 3 tonight and 2, and we'll do the other 2 next time we play, because I'm not going to be able to play this all in one sitting tonight. But let's give away 3 right now, and then we'll give away the other 2 next time, just so that we're not doing giveaways all night. So chat, make sure you type exclamation mark Chungers or Chungers to join the raffle, and I will send you your code like right now as the bot picks out names. Yeah, thank you, Oliver. That is very kind of you. They're all for the deluxe edition. What does the deluxe edition have that the base edition is, like the soundtrack and stuff? All right, I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer. If you guys want in, once again, if you're stumbling in and you have no idea what's going on, we're giving away copies of Purrfect Date. We're gonna give away 3 copies. It's the base game plus the soundtrack. Excellent. We're gonna give away 3 copies right now, and we're gonna give away the other 2 copies next time we stream this, which will probably be tomorrow. So let's see who. Oh, Admiral Bro Code. Thank you, Admiral Bro Code, for the 2,000 bits. Woo! Damn. Not Admiral Baru, I said Bro Code. Okay, let's do these giveaways. So the first winner is Dark Sweatos. Dark Sweatos? It's something like that. Congratulations, Dark Sweatos. Let me send you your code. Congratulations, Dark. Your code is now waiting in your inbox for you right now. Just check your Twitch PMs. The next winner is Pitbull Chick. Congratulations, Pitbull Chick. Let's make a new message. Boom. And one sec. Congratulations, Pitbull Chick. Your code is waiting for you in your inbox. And the final winner is Trist. Trist27. Congratulations, you also have won yourself a code for Perfect Date Deluxe Edition. Another, whoa! Admiral Bro Code again with 1,000 charity bits. Thank you.
Hashtag charity.
Thank you, Admiral Bro Code. Oh, we have a lucky proverb. I like the way your flesh is gathered about your skeleton. Chat, that's the best pickup line you're gonna hear all night. Right there. Next time you're at a bar and you're single and you're looking to mingle, just go up to someone and be like, hello. I like the way your flesh is gathered about your skeleton. And then just stare blankly at them. And see what happens. Anyway, congratulations. Was it Trist? Congratulations, Trist. Your code has been sent to you as well. Not as good a pickup line as saying your dick is Jurassic. Well, you know, I can't give away all my secrets right off the bat, but it's a good one. Yeah, Oliver, thank you very much for giving us those codes. That's super cool of you. Excellent. That'll get a reaction all right, indeed. All right, have a good night, Lauren. And that's when she beats you with her purse. What, the Jurassic part or the way your flesh is gathered about your skeleton? Okay, chat, we're gonna play some more. I'm an idiot. What inbox? So if you don't know how to find your Twitch inbox, when you open up Twitch, the little drop down in the top right corner of your Twitch page, click on that. It'll drop down and there's a section for messages. Click on that and it should be waiting in there somewhere. And then it's a Steam code you can redeem. All right. What do I do about the cats? Do I give them... What's a good Wilford Brimley voice? Hello. That's too Deckard. Hello, can you hear me? It'll be like Deckard's. Are you okay? Do I really, fuck. I'm not gonna be able to keep track of all these voices. I'm gonna do pretty generic voices for these guys and just keep the professor. What is it? Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh, yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. Smells like a human. Oh, do be quiet. Are they alive? Of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile. Why isn't it moving? Would you come on and give them some space? Move back a bit. Yes, stand back. Move out of the way. Let them have a proper look. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx cat is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I'm gonna puke. The cats watch me intently. Am I going insane? Ah, my head! What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human. Human. Are you all right? You! I remember you took my catalog. Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's back in your pocket now. I try to reach into my pocket and realize my hands are scratched to shreds. Ow, 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 ow! What's wrong with my hands? I try to stand. Ow, my feet! What happened to me? Yeah, I guess that's from all the climbing. I told you he wasn't ready for that. What's that? Ready for what? Its anatomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Yeah, Floof, you tried restraining a human who's that determined. It was like a margay. Its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like a what? Doing what? You made your own way back to the beach. Okay, but that doesn't explain... I show my bleeding hands. You crawled. Kara. What? Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. It's inappropriate. Wait, I crawled? You sure did. Like a cat? Yep. All the way from the mountains? Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? Because you've got the sickness. Shh. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Talk. Yes, that's right. Since when do cats talk? Oh, for goodness sake. Since the dawn of time, how else do you think we communicate? Stop splitting whiskers, Mayor. You know full well what the human is saying. I think the revelation here, Kara, is that you can understand us. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the hell is going on here? Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves. At least, not all the details of how this works. I think being stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agree. And more to the point, we were rather hoping you would be able to help us. You are a scientist after all. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. What do you mean? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Kara. You'll be catified. I'll be what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before, if I may. It would seem you are basing your experiences to date, and when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways that previously were not. That is to say, you're screwed. You're not helping. Don't make me... Whoa, mountain lion. There will be no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability of which Snooty Booty has referred to is, simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin the process to change that will ultimately result in a full feline transition. This is... There's some lore here, chat. The lore here is quite vast. Catified. So, basically, you're telling me I'm a werecat? I look down and in amongst the scratches on my hand, there are two distinctive puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist. Basically. Yes. My head is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breath now, Kara. You're not looking so good. What? Have I started to change? I feel my head for fur. Or I feel my ears. I feel my head for ears. Fur. Everything seems to be normal. No. I just mean you're looking a bit shaky. Understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say, okay, so why, how, what? Give me some data. What have you got so far? Look, we'll answer everything we can, but the truth is we have more questions than answers ourselves. So, you said you need my help. What exactly would that entail? Well, finding our friends would be a start. The cats on the island, they've gone missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising, and we've hit a wall. A wall of ignorance, maybe. Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers are to blame. The Muellers? Now, Fluffy Butt, there's no need for name calling. Speaking of name calling, I remind you to call me Mayor, madam. Look, they can't all... I can't read anymore. They can't help the way they are. It's a lack of breeding, you know. Overbreeding, if you ask me. Again, Muellers. They're the elder cats, the island originals. They speak the way... They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term, Muellers. And how are they to blame exactly? Well, if I knew that, then I would have no need to elaborate for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proving to be a roaring success, after all. I love this face. It implies you could ever read properly. My ability to read is just tanked since playing these visual novels. That's a lot of text. Look, Kara. All we really know is that we are no longer safe on the island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's just been that way. Now, because cats are being taken, nowhere else is safe either. You expect the occasional mishap. We live in an undomesticated world here, after all. But lately, the cats have been disappearing almost every single day. Even the last human we catified went missing. I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds, Kibbles. Yes, onward and upwards. The last human we catified? Well, first things first, this werecat thing. Catification. Transition. Whatever. How does it work? Time passes and you transform into a cat. Nyah. What is happening? It's a gradual process. It's different for everyone, but you just won't turn overnight. Clock is ticking, however. Oh, I read that wrong. Whatever. The first side effect of the transition is being able to understand. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not all the domestics either. Then you have the whole heightened senses thing, the increased agility, the crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry the human with all the details just yet. I assume there's an antidote? I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in that assumption. Hang on, you said there was someone else you'd put in this position. Well, let's hope you're better off than they were. You're a better bet than they were. Unfortunately, they weren't able to discover an antidote or get our friends back. I know where their notes are, though. Really? Trade? Huh? You help us, and I'll get you their progress reports. So what do you say, Kara? Will you help us? Who would say no? Who would choose to not help the kitties? Look at their faces. I have so many questions that may not have answers. Same. Of course we're gonna help the kitties. Not much of a choice, really, is it? Afraid not. Okay, fine. So where do I start? Is there anything you could tell me that will help me track down your missing friends? Will no one listen to sense? Start with the Muellers, and I'll eat my hat if it doesn't end there too. Psst, don't mind him. He's set in his ways. We have every reason to believe the abductions take place in your part of the island. Yes, nowhere near the danger zone or the elders. Well, that doesn't make much sense. But I suppose nothing does around this place. My catalog starts beeping. Oh, my alarm! I have to get to work. You run along now. I keep forgetting that the pink one is distinguished. You run along now. We don't want you arousing suspicion with your people. You can meet with us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening. Thanks, Kara. You're 1 in a million. So Kara is apparently an Irish term of endearment? Imagine the odds are far greater than that given your new health status. Go. And thanks from all of us. What a bizarre little meeting we just had. I feel like so much has happened in such a short period of time in this game. Whew. No, tell the crazy professor. He can totally help. He's literally the person to tell. Well, I mean, we could still ask him for help, right? But chat, we're going to take a little break because I ran out of water. And honestly, I think I need a drink. This game... I feel like this game punishes sobriety. So we're going to fix that. So let me go mix myself a strong drink, and we will continue this cat venture shortly. So I'm gonna put on some videos for you guys. I'll be less than 5 minutes. I say that and I'm always like 7 minutes. Put on some videos for you guys. Enjoy these. And when I get back, we will continue dating cats or what have you. So be right back. There's no way to tell. There's no way to tell, like, oh, Kaneki.
Oi, I'm Ty. From Canada City. Clown babies, watch out. Can't PvP me. Looking for undies? Better go buy. I'm a cock dick. Pretty fly for a toxic guy.
Cause I'm gonna be Oprah rich.
Oi, I'm Ty. From Canada City. Clown babies, watch out. Can't PvP me. Looking for undies? Better go buy. I'm a cock dick. Pretty fly for a toxic guy.
Cause I'm gonna be Oprah rich.
Oh my god, Kaneki,
Oi,
please.
I'm Ty. From Canada City. Clown babies, watch out. Can't PvP me. Looking for undies? Better go buy. I'm a cock dick. Pretty fly for a toxic guy.
Wow. Kaneki. Oh, there's a corpse here.
I'm not right behind you.
Hello, young man. Please don't attack. I come in. Ah!
I was stalking that dude like a deer. He's like, hello, young man.
How the guy's
Yeah,
making
man,
fun of
this is, wait, go
oh,
sorry.
Fuck. Okay, let's go watch Mr. Man Fonz. There he is.
You alright?
Oh no.
Got lots of explosions going on.
Was there any sort of healing
There's
item?
yeah, the papaya right there beside you.
Oh.
There's a medical box right here, but it needs to go.
We have an SOS. Heading in for a closer look. Okay, viewers, it's your turn to decide. What should I drop? Vote now.
Whoa. Was that a scav? Holy fuck, what a shot. Oh my god. Oh. Whoa. Now that you're all gonna have nightmares. Hooligans, thank you for the 300 bits.
Doot.
Yes, doot indeed. Whoa! What the fuck was okay? Wow! Okay, we're figuring something out here, chat. Oh! He broke my pelvis. 6,666. Whoa! That guy came unleashed and broke my pelvis. Whoa! You order something. You're like, I wanna... Okay, you know what? Put that on the internet. Somebody clip that. I'm sending that to the devs. That's
Blood flow.
Thank you. So Naruto is definitely losing this match by quite a bit. Green Ranger, if he picks up that spicy meat. Oh, is that over? Wait. Oh! Why? Why would you? Are you kidding me? Green Ranger decided no. You know, he's...
Chat, it's time. Oh yes. Wait, what happened to my emote? What did you do to my emote? No. No. Okay, my price just went up. My price just went up. You changed my emote into some Christmassy garbage. This is not a thing you can do without my written approval.
Thank you, Nezasu, for the 1,000. What the fuck?
Begin audio prompt in 3,
2, 1.
That timing.
It's a new day. It's your time to shine.
This is awesome.
It's time to take your career into your own hands. You've saved money your whole life.
Thank you, everybody.
Great. Now it's time to put all your eggs into one basket and take a huge gamble on.
Ooh, that was close. Miss it once, please. I'll miss it naturally. Like there. Just that snap and silence.
Let me just give me a minute. I want to take your time. Look. Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars. Fuck you. I'll tell you. This is bullshit. Look, here's the thing. The gaming industry is an interactive experience where you feel it in your heart.
You did a lot of films, and now you're in games.
Yeah,
right?
You know, I've done 6 features, but I don't care. But okay, we're here to talk about a way out. Let's do it.
Chat. That couldn't have been cleaner. Wake up. Let's go. That couldn't have been a more dominating win. Now I'm gonna just throw it in the garbage. Fuck. not Arissa.
Oh man, get up, shake it off, You're okay,
Like that right there that's the one. You want that big wide swing and you gotta hit triangle. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes, we did it, chat. It took, look. We finally did it. It took 2 hours. It took 2 hours in top battle. Apex is building up. I don't know what he's doing. Ooh. I like that building style. And he's hard scoping. He's looking at the cock tower. There's the face. Take the Okay, so it's just a liquid joke. What do you call a bunch of cows masturbating in a field? Beef stroking off. So, oh, beef stroke. Okay, that one you can make fun of me for. Nearly a split second when Zachary's rhythm is put to a halt.
Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters.
Keep up the good work, Ty, and I want that photographer's job, Kappa.
Holy moly, thank you for the 5-month resub and that timing. His finger doesn't...
And you haven't even had your first kiss?
Out of one, ma'am.
Do you want to have your first kiss today?
Chat, put yourself in my shoes for just a moment.
You know, don't try to make me kiss your butler when I drop by.
Snazzy! Thanks for $3.
Hey Hannah 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 beat the shit out of me. It's necessary.
Snazzy, go to bed! God damn it! Hannah, 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 Hannah. It like just the way it fucking the intonation. There's hello everybody, we're back. Hope you guys like the new clips. I am back with an enormous, extremely strong drink because I think it'll make this whole process a little bit easier. So cheers to anybody else that is burning midnight oil and perhaps having an adult beverage. Oh. Oh. But yeah, so we're dating cats. Well, the dating hasn't begun. But we have met a plethora of cats. I don't have any Coke, so I'm mixing my whiskey with V8. V8? I'm not a... I don't actually like V8 to begin with, so that makes me... Whoa, that makes me cringe. I don't know what it is about vegetable juice and like clamato and tomato juice and stuff, but it always makes me feel spooky. Just like it makes my insides feel spooky. It's not the tomato stuff. Oh, V8 celery? It's still like a vegetable juice though. Clamato is clam and tomato juice mixed together. Apparently that's a thing you do. Yeah, no, V8, like fruit juice would be different, but generally when people say V8, they're talking about like a vegetable juice, and it's like, well, bleh. That sounds horrid. Okay, chat, quick, what's your favorite drink? Of course, some of you probably don't drink, and that's fine. I respect that. But for those of you that do partake in a good beverage now and then, what's your drink of choice? When I hear V8, I go veggie. Yeah. Iced tea? Tea? You fucking clowns. Ginger ale? Whiskey, rum and coke? Absinthe or Jaeger? Drink? Alcohol? I don't drink, so I drink Mountain Dew. Viking blood mead? What? I'm aware you drink a lot of mead, Reth. rum and coke, gin and tonic, diet coke, vodka, Belgian ouzo, lemon Smirnov. Do you want to have a seat and tell us about yourself? I could get Chris Hansen in here, and he could ask you what you're doing tonight, where you're going with 3 cases of Mike's Hard Lemonade and 6 packs of condoms. Mike's Hard Lemonade. Wait, did you? No, you said Smirnoff. Same thing. Okay, no, it's not. Fuck, remember Chris Hansen? I love that dude. I love that show. I don't know why. It's just so fun watching watching scumbags get annihilated by a TV personality and then dragged off to jail. By the way, Ty, I sent you a PM on Twitter. Yeah, you asked about a game, Deceit or whatever. I have heard of it. I've never played it. I feel like it would be a good one for me and Geistra and stuff. Do you have it? Do you play it? Is it something? Do you want to play with us? Because we could get a group together. And you suggested it, so. But yeah, we're always looking for multiplayer horror shenanigans. Take a seat right there. Keep your hands out of your pockets. So where are you going with all these condoms? Yeah, fuck. You need like 6 people? Okay, well then we'll have to gather up a crew. Chris Hansen is the guy, the To Catch a Predator guy, yeah. Deceit is loads of fun. I've watched it played. I've never played it. I haven't played it, but I want to. I'd be down to play with you guys. Excellent. All right, Alley Cat. I'll look into it, and I'll let you know. Geister and I have talked about playing it in the past, so we probably it'll happen. Probably soon. So, yeah. Someone should gift Ty HO14 so we can watch the struggle. HOI4. What's HO14 or HOI4? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I know a lot of streamers have played it. Have I ever played Final Fantasy 14? It's not for me. Hearts of Iron? Never heard of it. Hearts of Iron 4. There's 4 of them and I've never even heard of any? Weird. Excellent. All right, chat. I think it's time to jump back into Cat Island and see where we left off. But once again, for those of you that are drinking, cheers. For those of you that don't drink, cheers as well. Cheers to like your chocolate milk that like your mom made for you. Okay, that's rude. It's fine if you don't like to drink. You'll probably live longer than the rest of us that do. But sometimes when you play crazy cat dating games, drinking helps with that. Although chocolate milk would be fucking great right now. Oof. Alright, let's go. After a rather painful journey, I am very grateful to finally limp into camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I am about to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all. Unknown number. Are you sure it is wise to trust everyone? Anyone. What on earth does that mean? Who is this? There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in. We're talking about cats! Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone and my catalog has no record of them. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. To be fair, we almost died. Ah, Ty, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? I'm terribly sorry, sir. I think the traveling and all the excitement of yesterday, I take punctuality very seriously. Chat, believe it or not, and I know you're not going to believe this because I claim that I want to stream at at 6 and I end up streaming at 9 and 10, whatever. I also take punctuality very seriously. But it's so hard with streaming because when I sit down to stream, there's such a struggle. It's like, what am I going to play? And then I figure out what I'm going to play, and then I'm like, I want to make a mini game out of it. And then the mini game, which I think is going to take 30 minutes to set up, ends up taking 2 hours to set up. And it ends up making for a much better stream, but still, I take it very seriously. It's just, you know, sometimes I go the extra mile so that the stream is super good and you guys have a great time. Even if that means being 2 hours late. I tried my best, chat. That's why I try not to ever make promises about time. Okay, you said punctuality. I thought you meant puns. I take puns very seriously, as well as... Anyway. He cuts across my apology. Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find it's quite relaxed around most things. As long as you get the work done, I don't mind what hours you keep. Thank you, sir. So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you? He's looking at the scratches all over my hands. Uh-oh. Oh, I fell and I tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush. I'm afraid I led you astray last night. Not everyone can take a double malt. How's the head this morning? Come on, I had a sip of double malt whiskey. I'm fine. Lol, Ty, I'd be 2 hours late to my own funeral. Fair enough. I decide it's easier to play along. A little bit fuzzy, but it won't affect my work, sir. I really ought to drink spirit. I really oughtn't. Wow, oughtn't. That's a first. I know what the word means and I know the context, but I really oughtn't drink spirits on an empty stomach. We ought to get those hands sorted out, though. It looks pretty nasty to me. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some cotton wool. He begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things. But from tomorrow, I'll let you make your own choices about how to best carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out the job as my research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is completed, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. Naturally, I'd need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behavior is crucial to our research. Yes, their behavior. There's plenty to see and do. However, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I'll try to get the balance right. Well, that's the spirit. So there you are. He's done a first-class job on my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spend the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I'll be performing routinely. Sounds like a Pokemon. There's a lot of parallels you could draw between this and Pokemon. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I make my way to my tent. I'm about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into a cat? There's nothing wrong with that. So Deckard is now a professor. Now a cat professor. It seemed like it would work, so we're going with it. I decide that's not an option and resolve to get going on my own research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats would be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Yes, you're right, actually, Fierce Streak. That's good Deckard lore. He has a semester under his belt of veterinary studies in junior college. So it's perfect that he is now the eccentric cat professor on this fucking island with a force field. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning of waking up on the island, I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into lab research? Or maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself. Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. Oh, is this where the dating comes in? Getting to know the cats on a one-to-one basis? In Eastern Europe. Yeah, don't forget. Makes total sense. Absolutely. Eastern European veterinary studies at junior college. Man, there's a lot of backstory to Old Man Deckard. Stay a while. Listen. Achievement unlocked, new job. Alright, we finally get to some choice. What should I do today? We can rest, which we have 4 hearts. Romance, research, recon. Okay, so if any of you remember the like old anime dating games from like the 90s and the early 2000s, this is kind of the setup. You would choose how to spend your time, and different stats and things would be affected, and this feels like a bit of an homage to that. Also, there's an antidote bottle here, which we have 0%. I feel like turning into a cat wouldn't be such a bad thing. So we should just go full on into the romance. Just dive right in, get real cringy about it. Although the romance is 5 blocks versus the research, which is 3, and recon, which is 3. And then rest. They had like 1 million stats. Yeah, the old games did. They had like, because usually you were like a kid, well, not a kid, but you were like a person in school. Ty wants to turn into a cat? Why not? You want to be a car? No, a cat. What's within the context of the game, of course. I don't want to be a cat in real life entirely. I enjoy my opposable thumbs. They allow me to do cool things. Like date cats in video games. Would cats be your persona? No. At this point, my persona is probably a fucking raptor that rides in a mech. But more on that later. Let's go pertinent with some cat. Wait, let's get pertinent with some cat. Okay, let's do romance. That sounds fun. Which cat should I date? It's straight up... Hang on. Interesting. So our choices right now are we date the snooty Sphinx cat or McMurphy. I wonder why the other ones are locked. This is flirting with turning into a cat girl, and let me tell you, that has connotations. Do you have first-hand... Kasich, do you have first-hand knowledge of what it's like to be a cat girl? Date the Sphinx? I'm considering it. I wonder what that would be like. You know what? It can't hurt. Let's go. Let's date the Sphinx cat. We can't get any... He's cute. Well, to her. Snooty Booty's a girl. But it can't hurt us. Go on a date with Snooty Booty. They all look happy when you hover over them. Seems like we need to do a little recon. I bet you recon would unlock more cats. Awkward. I'm all ears, Cassie. Listen. The question marks, that is a weird, is a kind of a weird name. I mean, I should have assumed since she is pink. We don't talk about the Tumblr, oh, the Tumblr Patreon days? Okay. Excellent. Best left unexplored. I mean, Recon would unlock more cats, because I think Trixie was pretty cool. You know what? Fuck it. I'm dating Snooty Booty. I ain't give a shit, chat. We're going hard mode. I'm splayed out like a starfish on the beach in my bathing clothes. It's a swelteringly hot day, and I find it hard to concentrate on my work, so here I am. I let the cool sea wash over my feet and legs as I lay back on the sand. I hear a long, loud sigh coming from somewhere nearby, and I sit up to see where it came from. Snooty Booty, in response, under the shade of the palm tree, is looking about her with a concerned expression, one that I've never really seen a cat make before. I go over to her to see if I can help with something. Are you okay, Snooty Booty? She lets out another long, wistful sigh. To be quite frank with you, human, no, I am not okay. I cannot expose this delicate skin of mine to the sun, but there is something I need to retrieve from further down the beach. That's true, they need sunscreen. It is quite the predicament. Oh, right, want me to fetch it for you? Oh, would you really be so kind, human? I would be very grateful. Sure, it's no problem. We can't have you putting that delicate skin of yours at risk, can we? Snooty Booty looks grave. Indeed not. Skincare must come above all else, don't you know? Chat, this is an important moment where I should mention that sunscreen is important. Not just a little bit important, like literally... It could also be called the Fountain of Youth. Wear sunscreen. Whenever you're in the summer in the sun, and just do it. Especially on your fucking face if you don't want to look like a goddamn withered zombie by the time you're 30. It's important. Sunscreen is very important. I think a lot of people don't actually take the sun, especially if you have tattoos. Yes, agreed. Tattoos especially, because you're gonna get, well, they'll fade and you have a higher risk of super cancer developing on the site of said tattoos. Just wear your full body morph suit. That's true as well. But like, honestly, just wear good things, chat. Wear sunscreen. It's like so important to long-term not dying and also not looking like a piece of leather by the time you're like 25. I know so many people that don't give a shit about any of that, but oh my god, man. As someone who burns very quickly in the sun, I've always, well, as a kid, I got burned all the time, sometimes really badly. Sunburns are the worst thing ever, first of all. A bad sunburn, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but also, if you want to know how to look 20 years younger when you're 20 years older than you are, sunscreen. Just saying. Sunscreen. And lots of water, but sunscreen. And a Fountain of Youth is helpful as well, but you know, sometimes you can't, you know, find the gremlin that gives you the special amulet, and then you trade the amulet with the witch, and then the witch gives you the lamp, and then the lamp with the genie, and then we won't get into that, but sunscreen. You're saying you're actually 68? It's not important how old I am. What is important is that you don't die or burn yourself, your skin off, whatever. All right. Indeed not. Indeed not. Skincare must come above all else, don't you know? But one must never expose one's skin to the elements, human. It really is quite aging. One must also never get stressed if one wishes to retain one's youthful aura, which is rather difficult on this frightful island. Did I not just say that, Mrs. Pink Kitty, Snooty Booty? Yeah, I did. So don't get burned, chat. It sucks. Oh, I know, believe me. How do you know? Are you stressed? Oh no, that would upset me terribly. Really? That's sweet of you. Of course, you really are a precious thing. I do so hope that you are finding your time here pleasant. Snooty Booty's really nice. Don't worry about me, Snooty Booty. I'm fine. Now, what was it you'd like me to get for you? Well, before I tell you, I must ask that you don't inform the others of the whereabouts of this particular item. It is very near and dear to me, you see, and one of the few luxuries I have all to myself. Of course, that's not a problem. I can be discreet when I need to be. Oh, I do hope so, human. You see, along the beach, just south of here, there is a tree which bears the ripest of coconuts all year round. It is quite splendid. The coconuts are always so sweet and creamy. Snooty Booty looks as if she's lost in a wonderful dream. Sounds lovely? It is. I like to drink the coconut water as often as I can. It is good for the skin and the waistline. But the less civilized denizens of the island keep knocking the coconuts down before they're fully matured. Fortunately, no one else seems to have discovered this particular tree yet. Well, okay, Snooty Booty. I'll try to find some coconuts for you. I'll be back soon. You have my thanks, human. I wonder if there's going to be like a mini game. I've been walking for a lot longer than Snooty Booty led me to believe. I'm not sure if this is even the right tree. They all look the same to me. Although this one does seem to have more coconuts on it than others. I decide to take a chance and bundle up as many as I can carry in my arms and haul them back to her ladyship. Pick the right cat? You damn right. It's kind of like in Dream Daddy, how we chose the goth dad. And he turned out to be the best character. He turned out to be the best written, like, just the most, like, flawed, but like, interesting character in the whole game. It's always that, chat. The one that you think last. The one that you're like, oh, the Sphinx cat that's kind of like a jerk. Why would you choose that one? And it turns out to be, like, the best one. I'm telling you. Although we haven't seen the other one, so who knows. He was very dynamic. By the time I get back to Snooty Booty, I'm faint from exertion, not to mention walking so far in the sun. I fall to my knees, panting in front of her. Here you go, Boots. She eyes the pile with a distinct air of disapproval. I only needed one coconut, human. Oh, these are far too many. Well, I do apologize, madam. Tell me you didn't plunder the tree. No, there were plenty on the ground already, so... Oh, well, that's a small mercy. At least you didn't hack them down. Hack them down? With what? Well, your hands are rather large and leathery. Snooty Booty, I did not use my hands for deforestation. Well, I'm sure you did your very best. Although, I don't know what I'm going to do with so many coconuts. You're welcome, I'm sure. I look down at the pile of coconuts and it strikes me properly for the first time how strange it is that there are no creatures on the islands to plunder them. What do you think, Snoots? That keeps the wildlife away from the island. I love how I'm already using like nicknames. Snoots and Boots. Do you mean the magnetic barrier? Magnetic barrier? Oh, do keep up, human. I thought you were meant to be a scientist. I realize she must be referring to the force field that surrounds the island. Now, be a dear and crack one open for me. Now, chat! To provide a little bit of anecdotal evidence, or a little bit of a story, coconuts are the devil. Not because they're not delicious, because they are. Have you ever opened up a coconut, chat? What's your preferred method to open a coconut? Twice in my life, I've opened coconuts. The first time, I had no fucking idea what to do with it. It was just like a rock. I ended up taking it down to the basement and using an axe, like a full-on fucking wood-cutting axe. And I think I pinned it between two cinder blocks and chopped this motherfucker, and it still took many hits. I was a lot younger, so I wasn't as spry as I am right now, but the first time it took a wood-cutting axe and several smashes. The second time, and this is the most effective way, although you gotta be careful. This is the best way I've seen is you take a claw hammer in one hand and the coconut in the other, and you smack them. But you got to be careful that you aim correctly, and also because it's a curved surface, you don't want to like miss and as you connect, slide off and like smash your fingers or whatever. But at that, in my opinion, that's the best way to penetrate a coconut. Is to hold the coconut in one hand and use an axe, or not an axe, a hammer in the other, and smash it. But man, coconuts are crazy. On the top part where it's most flat, smash it on it with the pointed end, peel the bark, and you can drill into the core. Okay, that's a good way. See, at the time, there was no Google or really the internet, the time I'm talking about, when I first had to smash open a coconut. So I just kind of had to figure it out on my own. But the 90s, the 80s, the 60s were a weird time, chat, for opening up coconuts and such. Don't people use like a stake or something? Probably. But yet, you can see like in strongman competitions, I've watched strongman competitions where the guy will hold a coconut and punch the thing and it fucking explodes. And I'm like, man, nope. Oh, I'm sure, Levant. I'm sure if you used a sharp enough knife, too, you could probably just, like, slice into it. But, yeah. Anyway, coconuts are crazy. Now, be a dear and crack one open for me. With my enormous hands? Well, you could try, I suppose. I push down the irritation that is slowly rising in me and smile politely. On second thought, I'll be right back with a screwdriver. A what? Snooty Booty looks horrified. It's a sharp metal tool that bores into things. What on earth do you need one of those for? So that I can make a hole to get the water out of the coconut. How else do you propose I do it? Well, look around you, dear. Look at nature's bounties. What about that? Snooty gestures with a limp paw at a shard of rock nearby. Snoots, how do you usually get the water out of a coconut when there isn't a human around? Well, the exuberant Kibbles simply loves to break things, had you not noticed. It's one of the few reasons I tolerate him, don't you know? Far better than one of your screw-dribblers. Screw-dribbers. Jurassic hands. My hands are long and Jurassic. Like, I got fucking giant, like, zombie claws. I reach over and pick up the rock. It does look like it could actually do the job. Okay, let's give it a try. Here goes. In before we fucking impale ourselves. Holding the coconut in a palm leaf, I gently tap the shell a few times with the stone before finally whacking it. It cracks open surprisingly easy, and the water drains into the leaf. There now. See how nature provides, human. Yep. Again, you're welcome. Quite. Snooty Booty stretches her neck and then upper body toward the leaf. She sticks her tongue out as far as it will go, as far as it can before raising her big eyes to me. I can't quite seem to... I suddenly realize what she's getting at. Aw, well, I'm gonna help you. I let her struggle for a moment or two before I begin to feel a little bit like a child pulling the wings off a fly. She can't help the way she is. You seem to be struggling a little, Boots. Well, you've placed my libation slightly out of my reach. Whoa, I'm sorry. Would you like some help bringing it a little closer, perhaps? Well, of course I would, human. Are you being deliberately obtuse? I love her. She's great. I would very much like to help you, Snoots, but you make it rather difficult. How? I don't understand. I've been perfectly clear in my instruction. You see, I am under a spell. It's a very powerful one, which prevents me from following any instruction unless accompanied by some magic words. Oh, would you care to enlighten me? Well, it would go something like this. Please, human, would you mind passing me my libation? Thank you very much. There's a pause during which I'm really not sure what Snooty Booty is thinking. Suddenly, the Sphinx erupts into peals of laughter. I seem to have forgotten my manners. Please do be so kind, human. I would be most obliged. Libation. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh, go on then. I nudge the leaf closer to her and she delicately laps at it. I truly am indebted. Many thanks. Chat, it's 2:30 in the morning and we're currently like in the process of flirting with this, essentially raw chicken in cat form. If you asked me years ago what I'd be doing if you asked me 5 years ago what I would be doing 5 years from now, this is probably not what I would have come up with. But here we are. That looks delicious. Snooty agrees without taking a break. You know, searching for these coconuts was thirsty work. I'm sure it was. She's still lapping at the water. Oh, my throat's a bit scratchy, especially in this heat. Snooty Booty finally comes up for air. Quite. That's the beauty of the coconut, you see. So hydrating and most palatable as a too. You really ought to try it sometime. I look down at the now dry palm leaf. Yes, that's a good idea, Boots. And the very best thing after drinking coconut water is to curl up and have a nap, you know. Beauty sleep is the most important. Oh, is that so? How did you spend your Monday night? Oh, I guess it's weird for you guys too, right? Because you're sitting in your home, watching some dude on the internet date cats at 2:30 in the morning. Haru, thank you for the biddies. Oh my god, that's a lot of biddies. Oh, Charlene is awoken. Thank you, Haru, for all those biddies. Holiday cheer. And also, from earlier, Mephosto, if you're still here, thank you for the 200 bits. I'm officially done with all my projects and things for the semester. Well, congratulations, Snazzy. That must be a huge relief. Not weird. Could be worse. Could be watching someone get their ass kicked. Yeah, that would suck. I wouldn't want to watch that. That doesn't sound very fun at all. Okay. Oh, is that so? Indeed, human. I suppose you have other things to do now. Well, Snooty Booty yawns and closes her eyes. I suppose I do. Sweet dreams, princess. She snores softly in reply. So is that considered a date? The antidote is 1.4% complete. Interesting. Yeah, still here watching Canadian cat daters. That's me. This is the only acceptable activity for 4 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. Oh yeah, able to beat me up. Snazzy. Alright, chat, what should I do next? Should we do more romance? Should we... Like, I don't know if I want to research. I feel like just turning into a cat is fine. Is there a cat named Monica? We could do Recon, though. Recon might let us... You should let PvP Raptor romance? No. You don't want that. You don't... No. You do not want PvP Raptor to be a part of this. He doesn't want to be a part of this. I'm certain of it. But I could be wrong. Petting cats watching is a good time. Yeah, we could do some Recon. Let's do that. What? Recon 4 or Recon 10? Let's try 4. Interviewing staff. That security guard I met when I arrived might be a good lead. Time for a bit of interrogation work. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. Too long, I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in the chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become the security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy lap of the island to make sure everything's secure. I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. Can PvP Raptor interrogate? I mean, PvP Raptor goes in for the kiss, only to accidentally backflip off a cliff while riding a rocket into the sunset. That sounds about right. The problem is... no, but if I do that, it's not gonna... God damn it, Cassie. The problem is I can't choose the responses, so it's gonna be real, like, limp noodle and bizarre for PvP Raptor to... Someone call Geisher, it's Bayonetta's birthday. Is it really? Cat dating? Why am I already hard? Wow. Heart cup. I decide it's time to get to know this island bouncer and go to join him at the dock. I sit next to Zane, me on the sand, him on that chair. He's not wearing his big coat, and the short sleeve shirt allows me to notice the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as a security in the bodyguard sense. Oh, as security in the bodyguard sense. But now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey Zane, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. I suppose I am. Yes, I don't get to chat to humans much in my job. Research Assistant 125. He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Yes, I guess that's me. So, what does that number stand for anyhow? You don't know? He asked monotonously, eyes still glued to the crossword puzzle. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. Which project would that be? This one, the whole research project that's going on. Is there more than one? Depends who you ask. You, I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it. I'm interested in it all, aren't you? My interests consist of what's for dinner and where my next puzzle book's coming. When my next puzzle book's coming. When it's coming, you get it delivered? Comes with the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels? And the letters, yeah. The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safer sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists. Oh my god. I get the feeling he's not very tech savvy. Chat, can I tell you guys something? Don't tell the police, okay? Chat, if you guys could keep this knowledge to yourself. How many of you are there? There's 276 of you. If you guys can promise not to tell the police, I have something adorable to tell you. Also kind of funny, but also probably construed as illegal in some places. Well, it depends what you do with it. So it's not really, you couldn't really get anybody on this, but... Everybody pulls out their Baru emotes. Oh my god. Okay, I get it. I get it. You're all gonna tell the police. That's not gonna stop me from telling my story. So, the other day, my mom confessed, or didn't confess, she announced that she... Okay, my mom knows how to torrent. Now, that in itself is not illegal. Try to get me, police cops. Come on, come at me. Withersong and Tourney Masterbot and all your cops. Come at me and tell me that torrenting is illegal, because it's not. It depends what you're torrenting. There's plenty of legal things that are torrented. And that's all that I'm going to talk about in the terms of legality. But how many mothers do you know of that know how to torrent via like websites and trackers and all that stuff? Seeding is illegal? No, not necessarily. Seeding is not illegal if you are seeding legal software. Trust me, I know this because I worked on a TV show called Pure Ownage that was originally shared through legal torrenting. So don't tell me that seeding is illegal. Don't tell me that leeching is illegal. None of it is illegal if the content you are absorbing is legal. So, shush. You can't tell me any of this is illegal. But what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to make is that my mother knows how to torrent. And I was very impressed when she told me that. I was like, you're like the only person in your age group that knows, first of all, what a torrent is, but how to get things via torrents. I was like, that's fucking awesome. But trust me, nobody can tell me that torrenting is fully illegal. I understand that probably 98% of things that are torrented are illegal, but that does not mean that saying that torrenting as a method of sharing or receiving files is illegal in itself, because I was a part of the web show that pre-YouTube passed its content along entirely through torrents, and that was legal because the creators torrented it themselves, and that was how it was shared amongst millions of fans. So come at me, police cops, I'm ready. Let's go. I'll fight you right at the door. Used LimeWire? Well, I mean, everybody, yeah, but that's baby shit. Everybody knew how to use like Napster and LimeWire and everything back in the 90s. That didn't count. Torrenting is like a step, it's one step below like news groups. News groups is crazy shit. That's like this, like I've done that before, and that's when you really, I mean, most of that stuff is crazy, obscure, and illegal, but sometimes you find stuff you actually, that is worth, anyway, I'm not gonna talk about illegal stuff. But I just thought it was interesting that, like, my mom knows how to torrent. And I was like, I was very proud of her that day. You have the right to remain silent. Yes, of course, point of metal. Well, that's the same with piracy of any kind. However, depending on the content you are torrenting or absorbing or receiving or sharing, it could be legal, publicly available stuff. And that's all we're going to say. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. And besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? There's an awkward silence, of course. Being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can even do the cryptic puzzle in the Daily Inquirer. This line usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, I can't make things more awkward than they already are. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly? Zane suddenly looks up, his eyes looking straight in on mine, unwavering and hard. No. Have you? Well, not exactly, but he is looking at me properly for the first time since we met. I've definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to me. Gives me daft ideas. Such as... Oh my god, Zane's a robot. He's still staring at me as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel like they're playing games on me, like children, hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of the cats may be cleverer than any of us give them credit for. Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. Yeah, that sounds about right. Zane is about 30 minutes away from saying clever girl before being overrun by cats. Oh my god. If PvP Raptor, if for like one day he became a cat. We'll see, chat. You never know. PvP cat. Yeah, let me just catch up on chat real quick. My sister used to torrent so much that she got a super virus on her computer and slowed the internet connection within a quarter mile of our house. Jesus. I used LimeWire. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're not that far ahead. All right, chat. Well, let's...
Cause I'm gonna be Oprah rich.
Oh.
We have your place surrounded. Come out with your hands up, Roo Cop.
Alley Cat, thank you for the $5. We have your place surrounded. Come out with your hands up. It's far too cold to go outside right now. It's like minus a million degrees. It's the dead of the winter, dead of night. The cops can sit out there and freeze. I'm gonna stay in here in my warm streaming room and keep dating cats. But thank you, Alley Cat, for the $5. I feel like we should... Now, the issue is we're down 2 hearts. I'm thinking we do one more thing and then rest, but... Oh, resting will refill all the hearts, I think. One more romance, maybe? Do we get to... Can we choose? No, McMurphy! You only get one chance. I think you can only date one cat. That's so sad, though. All right, let's have another date. Snooty Booty? Snoots? I've been searching for the Sphinx for what seems like ages. For a cat that never seems to move, she's surprisingly difficult to find. I am answered eventually by an unintelligible murmur coming from the shade of a nearby tree. Of course, she's sleeping. Snooty Booty! I poke at her gently to try and rouse her. I have something for you, a gift as it happens. Oh, human, it's you. Whatever are you doing up and about at this time? It's midday, Boots. Snooty stares at me uncomprehendingly. I have an hour or two for lunch, and I came to spend it with you, but if it's not a convenient time, I could always find something else to do. Wait, you mentioned a gift. Well, yes, I suppose. I had an idea when you were drinking. Well, when you were drinking from the coconut. I fetched for you the other day. I took some of the remaining coconuts over to the lab and cooked up some coconut oil. Snooty Booty opens her mouth wide. I sit awkwardly staring at her, unsure of what she's doing. Well, I'm ready to break my fast, human. It's hard sometimes to know whether to laugh or spit with this spoiled feline. No, Boots, this isn't for eating. You mentioned how good drinking coconut water is for you, so I thought you might like some coconut oil to rub into your skin, keep you moisturized and youthful. Aren't you terribly clever? I can't help but blush. Snooty Booty rarely compliments anyone, so I feel honored. You may begin. Oh my god. Just picture for a second, chat. Sitting on a beach, rubbing coconut oil on a Sphinx cat. What is happening with my life? Snooty Booty lolls onto her back, exposing her plump pink tummy to me. Oh, you want me to rub it in for you? Snooty Booty simply smiles in response. We're in that weird portion of the internet again, chat. The one that we sometimes stumble across in Steam Greenlight. Well, a please wouldn't go amiss. Yes, well, I don't want to make a fuss, but I would prefer if you asked first. I sigh. There's not much point in arguing with Princess Snooty Booty. I don't think she actually means to be rude. Sometimes she just doesn't seem to understand how to talk to people as equals. I don't have the energy to deal with it today, but I make note that at some point, she and I are going to have a little chat about etiquette. Please, may I rub this coconut oil into your skin? Wow. Just this shot right here out of context could be a meme on its own. Just... Yes, you may. I pour some of the pungent liquid into the palm of my hand and rub it together with the others. I have no idea what I'm doing, as I've never massaged anyone before, but I work along the lines of putting sun cream on a friend. As I touch the warm, loose skin on Snooty's primordial pouch. How do we go from running around a factory shooting bad guys with AK-47s and hitting people in the head with hatchets to steal their loot and escape? How do we go from that to this? This is true variety streaming, chat. This is variety streaming in the finest form. We hours ago we were shooting bad guys with shotguns and camping, and here we are in extreme detail massaging a cat with coconut oil. I'm struck by how delicate she really is, and I try to be as gentle as possible. Is that okay? You're very skillful with your hands, human. Okay. I do wish I had some of those thumb things. They seem so useful. They're quite handy, to be honest, but paws are cool too. Snooty Booty lazily inspects one of her paws. Do my paws next, will you? Snooty's skin is reacting well to the treatment and has become shiny and pliant. I can see the good it's doing. I move over to massage her paws, but I am quite taken aback by the length of her claws. Oh my, Boots, your claws are really quite long. Don't you use a scratch post or anything? A what? You know, something abrasive to file them on. Whatever for? Well, it's part of being a cat, really. It stops them from catching on things. Snooty Booty is peering at me with one judgmental eye open. Caught on what exactly? Oh, I don't know, Snoots. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, do go on. I'm intrigued. You seem to be implying that there's a degree of neglect in my grooming. No, I most certainly am not. You are by far the most high maintenance, highly groomed cat I've ever seen. In fact, you are a perfect example of a sphinx. I'm a what sphinx? She's trying to get me to say perfect again. It's hard to keep my face straight. Absolutely perfect, Snoots. And you're an expert? Well, I wouldn't call myself that, but I have been reading up on Sphinx cats, and you have all the characteristics of a pedigree. It's very sweet of you to say so. Remind me, what would those be? Flatter her or be accurate? I hesitate for a moment, trying to remember what pause for thought listed as the top features to look for in a Sphinx. There was rather a lot of info, and I want to give her the best bits. Alright, chat, are we going all in? Are we just going straight to Flavor Town and we're gonna just flatter? God damn it, Tris. Go to bed. You fucking... we might as well. We are already down the rabbit hole. Yeah. We're free falling down the rabbit hole. I guess there's no coming back from this, is there? Well, let's see. I have a feeling Snooty Booty would not appreciate some of the common qualities of the Sphinx, including wrinkles and pot bellies, so I decided to cherry pick and dress it up a bit. Trezan, thank you for the $2. Art Blooms, for fuck's sake, go to bed with Trist. Just off you go. You both belong in fucking pun hell, pun purgatory, pungatory. You both belong in cat pungatory. The fuck out of here. Trezak, $2. Ty, what in the actual fuck am I watching? I don't know, Trezak. We're just the Cabot hole. Wow. Off you go. Thank you for the $2, Trezak. I have no idea what we're watching, but it's happening. The Purgatory. It's your fault for streaming during red light hours. Sphinx cats are well known for their beautiful big eyes and high prominent cheekbones. Snooty Booty extends her neck and widens her eyes. She also appears to suck in her cheeks, which give her the look of someone who's not wearing their dentures. That's really fucking funny to me. I don't know why. And they have a very shapely physique. This isn't strictly true. Sphinxes tend to be quite muscular, but something tells me Snooty Booty won't approve of that description. She has now extended her entire body into what looks like a yoga stretch. I see. Go on. Their skin is soft, buttery. This is sort of true because they don't have fur to soak up excess oils. Sphinx cats can become quite greasy. Imagine instead of calling it butter, they're known for being greasy. It is recommended that they be patted down with a cloth as part of their regular grooming. That face. I'm listening. And they're very regal. Regal. I'm not sure where that word came from, but Snooty Booty seems to enjoy it. Well, well, human. It seems you have a vast and accurate knowledge of my kind. I'm rather impressed with you. I blush. It's not often that she gives out compliments, but when she does, it makes you feel like $1 million. I thought this was a strong drink when I mixed it. It is not strong enough for this game. What does the stats button do? It just shows where we're at with that stuff. Isn't that ironic? Ty is sexting the cat with the same voice as Goth Dad, whom he also sexted. Hey, it fits. It fits. You got to put on. I only have like 4 voices, chat. So I gotta.
Thank you for selecting.
Use them where I can. Treyzak, $2. Ty, try and use your skills in persuasion to get these cats to love you, Kappa. Thank you, Treyzak, for the pun and the $2. I'm working on it. By the end of tonight, Ty is going to be in a bed with a greasy, muscular cat. Oh, sorry, buttery and shapely. This is going to end up on YouTube, and I'm never going to be able to escape it. Hello, future YouTube audience. We haven't forgotten about you. If you're watching this from the sanctity of your own home during non-stream hours, understand that I'm feeling very judged right now. But I do it for you. All right, let's go. Thank you, Snoots. Which prompts me to take what you were saying all about my claws far more seriously. Do you think I ought to tend to them? In what way? The length. I believe you were suggesting they ought to be trimmed. I wasn't saying that, but I don't think it's such a bad idea. Thank you, Kasich. A chunger. Thank you, Kasich, for the 100 biddies. Perhaps I could help you with that. A manicure. What a marvelous idea. Let's say tomorrow, same time. Well, if I can get away. I feel like she's played me. You really are most kind. Thank you, human. And with those few words, my heart is a puddle at her feet. That's not all that will be a puddle at her feet tonight, Scrubnut. Trist, I thought you went to bed with fucking art blooms. Who else? Like, I'm... Treyzak, you can go too. Your puns are just atrocious. All of you off to bed. I'm a quick finisher. I'm not sure if I should do one more romance or rest. Romance would drain the hearts, but then I could rest and get them all back. Research? Oh, Kaneki. But are they catrocious? Off you go, Kaneki, you with them. Just all of you off to bed. So, does this guy just really like cats? Apparently. I don't know. I think you're turning into a cat, so it's like, welcome to the most confusing stream of your life. Those caps, though. Ty, please, do you think that we would leave with our tail between our legs? My bed is going to be really full. If you, like, turn sideways and line up like sardines, it should be fine. And you can stack a little bit. I'm sure that's all part of the game. So, Ty, I'm going to need your fursona at this point. I don't have one. But if I did, it'd be something fucking weird like a red panda or a fennec fox or something. Maybe a fennec. No, they have giant ears. I don't know. Ty's a scaly. I'm not a scaly, okay? Don't connect me with that fucking clown PvP raptor. That's not who I am. That's who he is. Hey, Jen.
Cause I'm gonna be Oprah rich.
Trazak, $2. Ty, I will not go to bed. Your stream is clawsome. P.S. Don't fuck a cat, please. I don't think that's where this is going. But, Trazak, thank you for the $2. Jen is a scaly. Oh, you're like a sharkly. Sharkly? Your sharksona? My fursona is a fennec fox? Well, good. Fennec foxes are pretty awesome. Okay, chat, favorite animal, go. What animal's the best animal? Let's go. It's one of those moments where who's your favorite? What's your favorite animal? Is chat full of furries? There are an exceptional number of furries in my chat, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Crow, pumpkin, aw, cockatoo. Cockatoos are fucking awesome. Sloth, pug, otter, red panda or fox. Shiba Inu. You only said that, Alley Cat, because I said red panda or fennec fox. That's too coincidental. Alley Cat, I know your wily ways. You just chose that because I said it. Bobbit worm? Ew, no. Fuck. Snakes? Snakes are cool. Dragon, fennec foxes are adorable. Small rodent from Southeast Asia. Ty likes red pandas because of me. I love red pandas anyway because they're like fucking goofy. They're like goofy stuffed animals. But yeah. You did create the best meme. The best red panda meme. Dragons. Komodo dragons are very cool. A shrew. Nobody said a shrew yet. Shrews are great. When I was 10, my parents adopted me a red panda from the zoo, and I got a photo and a plushie. Oh, do you remember what her name was? Chat, my fursona also happens to be my Sonic OC, Hordance the Hedgehog. I know you're jealous. I know you all wish you had thought of that. But I'm sorry. There can only be one Hordance the Hedgehog, and he can only have one owner or whatever. The only reason I would play that stupid new Sonic game is to create Hordance the Hedgehog. I want to draw that. I want to draw some terrible DeviantArt fucking MS Paint image of my OC Hordance the Hedgehog. Done. Original Hedgehog, do not steal. Send me a will you paint mine, Jen? Jen, can you paint Hordance the Hedgehog? I need it. It needs to be fucking excellent though. Like the best thing you've ever done. I will accept nothing less than the finest. Yeah? Okay. I'll get you some reference. We're talking like jean shorts and leather jacket. Like really uncomfortably short jean shorts that are like frayed at the bottom and they're white. So they're like white Levi's. Or maybe he needs white flare leg Levi's. White flare leg jeans need to make a comeback. Anyway, uncomfortably short jean shorts, also known as jorts. A leather jacket that's a little too small. That says Terminator 2 on the back. That's important. Like a limited edition Terminator 2 leather jacket. That's like missing some buttons and stuff. What else would Hordens the Hedgehog have? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Okay. Let's do one more. Because my drink is waning. And it's also getting late. And I don't want to keep you guys up forever. So let's do one more. Research is sort of interesting, but at the same time, I don't really care. So, like, maybe just more romance? Do we want to go down the full fucking weird... Do we want to go down the tunnel of weirdness and just do another romance? 3 dates in one day? Let's do it. Oh, you're looking a little tired. You only have 1 heart remaining. If you choose to continue, it could have negative consequences. You can restore... Okay, let's rest. We're gonna rest because otherwise I don't want negative consequences. You have a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy has been restored. Magic! Don't forget your catnip and condoms. Oh God. Mephisto, Jesus. Okay. Hey, Snoots, fancy seeing you here. Really, but this is my spot, human. I'm often to be found here. I let it go because I'm so excited about what I brought. Pick a hand. I hold my fists out in front of Snooty Booty. Oh, a game. How merry. She stretches out her paw in the direction of my left hand. Ta-da! I open it to reveal a piece of coarse stone that I cut up in the lab. Oh, what a lovely rock you have there. It's coarse stone. I thought it could work well as a nail file. What a clever thing you are. That's not even the best bit. Look. I open the other fist to reveal my fantastic find. Oh my, what is that thing? It's nail polish. It's nail polish I found in the lab. I have no idea who it could belong to, and honestly, I don't like to think too much about it, but I figured I could borrow it for a short hour without anybody missing it. And it looks like just your color. I squint at the bottom of the bottle. It's called Desire. What have we done with our lives, chat? I'm like turning red, partially because of the flush from the alcohol, but also because of this game. And because my webcam has enhanced colors, but that's beside the point. Those 3 things are working against me right now, chat. I am not blushing over a cat. I raise my eyebrows at the Sphinx. Oh, nail polish, you say? Show me, human. She suddenly seems more interested. I thought I could try giving you a salon-style manicure, befitting a lady. Science Man legit wants me to fuck a cat and it makes me uncomfortable. Most sweet of you. Now, shall we assort the snacks and drinks first? Oh, well, I came straight from work, so I didn't really... Oh, never mind. I wouldn't... Wait, it won't take you more than a moment to fetch a coconut, and then we can begin. I can't believe I'm actually doing her bidding. You have to hand it to her. The air of entitlement certainly gets her what she wants. Ty, what the fuck is this and why are you playing... Wait, why are you playing as given free? I don't know what that is. Do you have a shame emote? I feel like we need a shame emote. Scrub drunk is pretty good for like shame or just embarrassment. Yeah, I don't really have a shame emote. I should really have a blushing emote. I should do a blushing one, I should do a lewd one, because those would probably be my most well-used emotes. So, you know, New Year chat. That's my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is for my channel to have the most desirable emotes. Next, of course, to Admiral Baru. No one can touch Admiral Baru, but I'm gonna do my best to revamp the emotes so they're so good you'll all have to subscribe forever. How's that? I want a lewd bandit emote. Okay, I'm back quickly and out of breath. Within minutes, we settle into our session. Tell me if this feels at all uncomfortable, Snoots. I've never done this before, so guidance would be most helpful. It's surprisingly satisfying. I can see why the other cats might engage in the process of scratching at trees and rocks. I've always thought they were hunting for termites like little scavengers. Next foot. I have finished her hind legs and I am on the final front paw. This stone works really well. Did I tell you how I cut it in the lab? I don't believe you did. So how does this nail polish work? Is it like paint? I ignore her rudeness. Exactly. Paint it on and wait for it to dry. Have we fucked any cats? There will be no cat fucking. I'm sure that's not what is happening. Also, yeah, the zoomed in bandit, the scrub bandito, works well for lewd stuff. I've never painted someone's nails before, so this would be a new experience for both of us. I open the bottle and make the first stroke. Try to keep as still as possible. I think you'll find I'm statuesque in my stillness. Your hand is less so. I know, sorry, your nails are just so tiny. I'm trying to color within the lines. What lines? Never mind, it's a human thing, I guess. I'm not sure I care for the smell of this nail polish. Yeah, nail polish, oof. Really? I quite like it. Reminds me of pear drops. Of what? Oh, sorry, another human thing. Wow, look though, your paws look fantastic. Oh God. Good night, Art Bloom. Gonna go sleep off this rum? Yeah. Holy fuck. That looks foul. Hey, look, a new Dark Souls boss. Oh, it's all like webbed, like it's like a fucking gross starfish. I love it. The long, sleek talons are glinting shiny red in the sunlight. Oh my, I am spectacular. She extends her claws momentarily and presses them into my arm. Not enough to puncture the skin, but if I tried to move, it would hurt. For the first time, I appreciate what lethal weapons they could be. I must keep that in mind. This just got, like, kind of weird, even for me. So I'm gonna drink more. This cat is doing knife play with Ty. So, come on then. I take out my catalog. Come on what? Pose for the camera. Oh goodness, I hadn't realized this was going to be a photographic session also. How exciting. Yes, well, I'm going to have to remove that varnish before I go. So I thought it would be nice for you to have a photo. Remove it. The Sphinx cat looks appalled. Whatever for? Oh, Suits, I'm sorry, didn't I say? I can't leave it on you permanently. It would impede your natural retraction of your claws. Then I shall leave them extended. You can't do that. Her expression darkens. I beg your pardon. I thought for a moment I heard you tell me what I can't do. Surely I was mistaken. That was a weird twist. My cat is a weirdo and she loves touching my nose. She extends her claws sometimes when she touches my nose. Once a claw got stuck in my nostril for like a second. That's scary, Teve. Okay, we're gonna compromise. I don't know how you can compromise, but you, believe it or not, chat, you can paint a cat's nails. That's a thing that people do, and it's actually, I just don't know if there's a trick to it or not. We're gonna compromise. No, Snoots, you heard me perfectly well. I must insist that you allow me to remove it. Insist? Her forehead wrinkles with a raised eyebrow. I need to tread carefully. Ask your permission. Please, may I remove the varnish now? But it simply does not make sense. Why do it in the first place? I know how much you enjoy these things like this, pampering. I thought it would be a fun thing for us to share. You had fun, didn't you? Well, yes, but I certainly wouldn't have had I known you were simply doing it to taunt me. I wasn't doing it to taunt you, Boots. She seems genuinely upset. Aww. I'm sorry. There's an awkward little standoff. Her eyeing the rubbing alcohol. Me eyeing her claws. I racked my brain to think of a way to compromise with her. Perhaps if I tried appealing to her sense of style. I wonder if you'd like to try something. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place. Actually, I'm so forgetful sometimes. You're wittering. Well, just before I came to the island, there was a craze sweeping the fashion world. I could tell I've gotten her attention. I read all about it in the Bon Vivant magazine. Go on. It's a French thing, apparently. Snooty Booty cocks her head to the side. It's called, the Pinky Flick. Flèche Rosé? She's going for it. I feel encouraged. I'm thinking on my feet. All the celebrities are doing it. Doing what? Having their pinky nail painted while the other nails are left natural. Just one nail. She looks intrigued. Yes, it really does look so striking and a la mode. Strangely enough, chat, I don't know. I went through this weird phase in college where I would I would paint the nails on one hand, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It was a thing I did once, and I don't do it anymore. But yeah, for the longest time, actually, when I first started streaming, there's a lot of like old clips where you can see one hand. It was always black. I don't know why. Maybe it was like remnants of like a goth phase or something. But I never bothered painting the right hand because fuck trying to do anything with your left hand to artistic. Was it Sharpies? No, it was actual nail polish. Not Sharpie. Dude, Sharpies, fuck that. Ugh, no. Sharpies are foul. I don't like Sharpies. Like, as an artist, I avoid Sharpies. Like, the only Sharpies I use on a daily basis, in my art store, I sign posters with, like, a metallic Sharpie. But I think actual, like, black Sharpies are foul. They stink. They're fucking toxic and gross and... Ugh. Skirples? Oh, hey, Candace. Yeah, no, I don't like... Ugh, not Sharpies. They smell awful and they're, like, bad for you. Don't ever be smelling that stuff. Toxic Ty. Well, that's where I got my nickname, chat. Coincidentally. But yeah. Toxic boys. Show me. Bullseye. I go to take Snooty's paw in mine, but she snatches it away. No, show me. I pause, uncertain of what she means. Then the penny drops. She wants me to paint my own pinky nail with desire. Oh, gladly. I suppose I should have expected Snooty Booney to attempt to groom me at some point. Here goes. I swipe some of the bright red nail polish on my left pinky. What do you think? Looks a la mode, right? I hold my pinky finger to the corner of my mouth coyly. Well, I suppose it does look rather fetching. I'll make a deal with you, Hugh. I will wear my nails a la mode if you promise to keep yours painted for the rest of your stay here. It's a deal. I doubt that such a tiny amount of varnish will cause too much harm. It will come off naturally quite soon anyway. Mine, on the other hand, is going to be more permanent. I can't wait to explain this to Professor Popper. Well, this game, man. You didn't even consider it? No, whatever. It's just painting your nails. Chat, I want you to paint all of my nails. Alright, Snazzy. This game is really interesting. I don't know what direction it's going, but it is very endearing. It reminds me a lot of Dream Daddy, because when I first started playing Dream Daddy, or when I first heard about it, I was worried it was going to be like kind of crude and a bit heavy-handed, partially because of the daddy craze, you know, the daddy meme, but also because it was made by the Game Grumps. And if you know anything about the Game Grumps, you know they're pretty vulgar and lewd, just naturally. I watch a lot of Game Grumps. I'm a big fan. So when I heard that they were a part of a game coming out, I thought, but anyway, Dream Daddy turned out to be amazing and super subtle, and it had like a good, it was like a heart of gold as far as like an anime dating game could go. And this game feels like the same. It feels like it's just like a weird, endearing, bizarre roller coaster of cat dating. Dream Daddy is the best dating sim, funny and deep. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm more of a pastel kind of guy. Like soft lilac. There you go. It's a good way. But chat, it is almost 3:30 in the morning, so I think, and I've finished my beverage, I think now would be a good time to call it. Y'all praising Dream Daddy, but I see no mention of coming out on top. That's on the list. Don't worry, Speedy Trickster. But chat, we're gonna call it here because it is late, and pour another drink. No. One per night is fine. I want to make the rum last, and also I don't want to go on these things where I stream till super late every night, because it just sucks. So chat, I'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll probably play a little bit more of this. I'm not sure what else we're playing tomorrow. We'll figure it out, but today's stream was amazing. I had an absolute blast. The mini game that we played with, will this save? I'm sure it will. The mini game we played with Escape from Tarkov was so fun. I think that made the game viewable for people who didn't necessarily like Tarkov, which makes me very happy, because Tarkov is not for everybody. Tarkov is not for everybody, but I feel like I found a way to make it fun for everybody, and that makes me happy. We're gonna take a little break, We're gonna find someone to raid. But thank you for hanging out with me while we played Purrfect Date. We gave away some codes. I'll be giving away the other two the next time we stream this, which will probably be tomorrow.